Hey, do you know what keeps you poor? I'll bet you $50 right now that it's not what you think it is. It's time to start protecting your wealth. So in this video, what I wanted to do is I wanted to discuss the 3 mistakes people make when it comes to investing and what keeps them stuck right where they're at. The best way to protect your wealth is to invest in things that you know, like, and understand. So if you're investing in things that you don't know, like, and understand, one of the things I can almost tell you is you're taking on a lot more risk than what you think. And by taking on a lot more risk, by investing in things that you have no knowledge about, no understanding about, and that you don't even like, the chance of you losing your money and staying broke goes way up. So let's dive into those mistakes that we just talked about. Mistake number 1 is most people invest using emotions. You know, I can tell you almost every person that I talk to makes financial decisions based heavily on emotions. They don't make financial decisions based on logic like they should. They based it mostly because of FOMO. I mean, just look at this last couple years. Most of the investment mistakes people made was because of this thing called FOMO, the fear of missing out. You remember when Bitcoin and all the cryptos were going up? Everybody was plowing money into them thinking, oh my God, it's going to the moon. Just like 1929, oh my God, it's going to the moon. Until it fell back down to where it's at today at about 19,000. Most people sold, but they invested because of emotions, because of FOMO, the fear of missing out on a fictitious, unrealistic return. How about GameStop? And how about all those other ones that came along, all those meme stocks, AMC and all those? How many people invested emotionally into those? They saw it on the news. They saw it on Reddit. They saw it on social media. Oh my God, it's going up. Look at this stock. Look at this little GameStop company. It's running. I got to buy into that. And mothers, unfortunately, mothers took their college savings and put it into GameStop thinking, oh my God, if it keeps going the way that it is, I'm going to be able to pay for college. And then all of a sudden what happened? It went the complete opposite way. The biggest mistake people make is investing with emotions and not logic. Now, if you could just fix that by understanding that your emotions, they're temporary. So if you avoid the temptations and you avoid the FOMO, the fear of missing out, then what would happen is the rose-colored glasses that you've been wearing would come off. And then you'd be able to make decisions based on pure logic instead. You'd be able to see things for what they really are. And in doing that, you'd be able to avoid the pitfalls that come along with emotional-based decision-making. That is what you need to do. Stop using emotions to drive your investment decisions. Start using logic and start understanding that you need to be realistic and not greedy. The second mistake most people make, and this one makes me sick. It is so simple to understand the simple philosophy and the simple rules to making money in the stock market, yet people do the opposite. So let me tell you what the mistake is you do. You buy high because you invest when it feels good, like we just talked about. And then what do? When things don't feel good anymore, you sell low, which guarantees that you lose money. Most people out there invest when it feels good to invest, which is typically when things are good, when things are going up. That's when most people invest. Tell me if I'm right. When do you invest your money? When everything's going up, right? Which is often why everybody else is investing. They're following the herds. They're following the herd. And you know what you're following the herd over? A cliff. What you should be doing, the correction to this is the opposite. Instead of buying high when it feels good to invest, buy low when everybody else is scared to invest. Do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. When other people are scared and when other people are fearful, that's when you get greedy. That's when you buy. Buy low. And then when things are good, when everybody else is buying, when it feels good to invest, that should be a trigger for you. Sell. You sell high. Buy low. Sell high. And the only thing that can happen when you buy low and sell high is you will make money. But if you do what everybody else does, if you follow the herd, you will buy high, you will likely sell low, and you will guarantee to lose yourself some money. This is so stupid and foolish. But yet this is exactly what the majority of people out there do when they invest their money. Please don't be that person. When everybody's fearful, that's when you buy. Warren Buffett said it best. These aren't rules that I came up with. He's way smarter than me. One of the best investors of all time. And what he always says, the best way to make money in investing, and I don't care if it's stocks, real estate, crypto, anything, is to buy low. And then when it goes up high, when everybody else is greedy, you sell high and you never lose money. Greed is not good. Be fearful when others are greedy. That's what Warren says. And then be greedy when others are fearful. The third and final mistake that people make is they don't sell when the market's high. They don't sell when the market goes up, when it actually feels good to invest, because of emotions. I've already talked about this a lot. Emotional-based decision making. People have no problem buying because they have optimism. They buy an investment with the anticipation of it going up. That's what everybody says. Why did you invest in that? Oh, I thought I was going to make money. Well, how much money did you want to make? I don't know. I just thought I was going to make money. You need rules to your investing. And if you set rules, if you said, I'm going to buy it here, and when it goes up 20%, I'm going to sell it. No matter how high it goes, set the rules, because that will force you to get away from the emotional-based decisions, and it will force you to sell because you set a rule and you followed that rule. But most people don't sell because they get greedy. Oh, it's going to go higher. Oh, Bitcoin's going to go way beyond 65. It's at 65. It's going to go to 100. And then it goes to 19. They didn't sell. They didn't sell because they failed to have rules, which means most times they sell low. So let's wrap all these different mistakes we make into real life examples. Now, I've already hit on some of these, but let's hit on them a little bit deeper. Bitcoin and crypto was the rage. It was the thing that everybody was talking about when it was going up. When everybody was talking about it was when everybody felt good about investing in it, which was exactly the wrong time for most people to buy it. You know when those people that made millions bought it? When it didn't feel good to buy, when it wasn't something talked about. Today, it's sitting at 19,000. It's gone from 65, give or take, all the way down to about, well, it's gone lower, but I think we're at about 19 today, which is October of 2022. And nobody is talking about it because it's not exciting, because it's not going up. It's scary. Everybody's scared of it because everybody lost money. This is when you should be talking about it. How about GameStop? When is the only time in history when people talked about GameStop's stock? The only time, as far as I'm concerned, was when Reddit got a hold of it. When Reddit played games with the hedge funds who were shorting the stock, and they got everybody to band together and they bought it, and it went up and up and up and up. Now, that wasn't real. That wasn't based on fundamentals. That wasn't based on anything real. But that's when people bought GameStop. That's the only time anyone ever even heard of GameStop stock. Yeah, sure, you knew you could go there and buy video games, but did you ever want to buy their stock because they sold video games? No, until everybody was talking about it. Now, nobody talks about it. The only people that talk about GameStop and AMC are the people that lost a bunch of money and they're like, wow, that was crazy. Or the people that just kind of want to reminisce about the past. How about Tesla? When was everybody talking about Tesla? Tesla's a great company, but Tesla's fundamentals don't match their stock price. Everybody was talking about it when? When it was going up. How about Netflix? Everybody thought Netflix, it was part of one of the FANG stocks, the famous FANGs. Everybody wanted Netflix when it was going up. During the pandemic, everybody was locked in their house, so they watched Netflix. And how much has Netflix fallen now? And who's talking about Netflix today? Nobody, because it's down 60+%. That's when you should be talking about it. But it's the opposite of what everybody thinks they should do or feels good about doing. One last one. Whole life insurance. Whole life insurance. What do you think about when I say that word? Oh, it's the worst place you can put your money. Oh, you tie up yourself. You tie up all your money. It's a bad place. Until you learn that it's not. Until you learn that it can be designed to create a banking system for you. And then all of a sudden it's not. But most people, they don't want to talk about it because everybody else told them they shouldn't. They should just buy term invest the difference. You know why you want to buy term invest the difference? You want to know why? I'll give you the fact. Because that's what the insurance companies spend money to market. That's the branding. That's what they train their sales force on. I know. That's what I was trained on. Buy term, invest the difference. That's the best way. Term is cheap, cheap, cheap. And therefore, the money you don't spend on that stupid whole life premium, you can invest. That's so stupid. You know why insurance companies train their sales force to sell term primarily? Do you know why insurance companies spend the majority of their marketing budget promoting term insurance? I'll give you a guess. Profit. Term insurance is the most profitable product that an insurance company has. They have to pay out less than 2%. Their actuaries figured it out. They know when you're going to die. So therefore, term is for a term of time. You're renting insurance for 10, 20, maybe 30 years. The insurance company knows you're not going to die in that period of time because they got actuaries that know the numbers. So therefore, they only pay out on less than 2%. If you were an insurance company and you controlled what that insurance company marketed, what product would you market? The one that whole life that has to pay out 100% of the time as long as someone keeps the policy, or the term policy that you know for a fact you're going to pay out less than 2% of the time? Of course it would be the term. Why is it you think that's all you ever hear? Because the insurance companies are profiting massively because you think cheap is better. Folks, cost is only an issue in the absence of value. What do you value? These are the mistakes you're making. These are the mistakes you continuously, over and over and over again. You make them every time. One of these days you got to wake up. One of these days you got to realize that all you need to do is almost the opposite of what everybody tells you to do, and you'll be a lot better off. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, then check this one out. Habits of the Wealthy. What are the laws of wealth? That video will change things and give you perspective on what we just went over. Thanks for joining me today. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Click that little alerts button right at the top so that you're notified every time I put a new video out. Have fun. Stay classy, folks. We'll see you soon.